The JDF Air Wing was formed on July 3rd, 1963, which is roughly 1 year after the Jamaica Defence Force was formed. The unit started with obviously a small amount of air crewmen and pilots, but we've grown over the years to where we are now, where we maintain over 20 odd pilots and a large sum of maintainers and air crewmen. We started out with the Bell 47G, which is, we call it the Bubble, which is a single engine aircraft that pretty much has a 360-degree view. It was that nice, and that's what we started with. We started with 3 of those aircraft. The first one we actually flew all the way from Texas to Jamaica. When we assessed our operations, we realized that with the 206, the 407, the 412, that was already 3 different platforms that we, one, had to maintain, had to get parts for, and we had to service as well on various servicing periods. It was not necessarily practical, and we would have looked at our partners, especially those in Canada, and they would have maintained, for the most part, a one platform type. They fly the 412, as we call it, they call it the Griffin, and we would have seen where it worked out for them. And as such, when we assessed our operations, we decided that this is how we're going to go. As a small country, we do a variety of missions. And again, when we decided to go with the 429, we looked at the mission sets that we had to do in terms of our rules and regulations and what we had to do from a Jamaica Defence Force standpoint. And as such, most of our aircraft, as a matter of fact, all of our aircraft are multi-role. So we are able to fit seats inside of them, take them out if we're going to do a search and rescue mission, or fit them up with a hoist to do a winching mission, or get a bomber bucket underneath it so we can help with firefighting. And that is how all of these aircraft will be configured, not just for a particular mission set, but for multi-set. The climate, in terms of the changing of the weather and the frequency at which it changes, I think is one of our biggest challenges, especially at night time. But we're so equipped to operate. And in terms of, you know, the risk factor that we undertake is always judged. Every mission is assessed its risk, and then we decide if it's a go or a no-go. What I enjoy about the flying is the different roles and the different missions that we're able to do. So we're not fixated on a search and rescue unit, and we're not fixated on an AMS type unit. So today being Friday, I could be flying the Prime Minister of Jamaica or the Governor General, and then come Monday or Tuesday, I am doing a search and rescue missions where I'm hoisting an injured marina off a boat, or I could be landing on a cruise ship to pick up a patient. And you know, that keeps the experience amongst our pilots very high, but it also keeps us from being bored in a sense. So I think that's the enjoyment part of the flying. And of course, you know, Jamaica, again, based on where it is, the topography, the hills, the mountains, it's a wonderful area to fly over. So we just enjoy flying here in our little Caribbean island.